Call halal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Chodesh, and double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone, and peace salutation to Akim doing his work in truth and sincerity in the four corners of the earth. And I want to do this lesson. This lesson is going to be titled Babylon is for the Taking. Okay? And I'm going to go through a couple of articles, you know, and you're going to see that these nations, they see America as weak and they're gearing up, man. All right, they're gearing up, to do battle with Babylon, man. You know, and World War III prophecies are written all throughout the scriptures. All right, for the controversy, of Zion, man. All right, so let's start with this first one. It says, Pyongyang says it fired new tactical guided missile as it ramps up testing with a flurry of launches. It says North Korea has said it test-fired an upgraded tactical guided missile, which South Korea and Japanese military earlier described as a short-range ballistic missile. The launch was Pyongyang's second in a week. The test fire was carried out on Thursday, according to the state-affiliated KNCA. Two of the new munitions were tested, which are said to use improved solid fuel engines and heavier warheads weighing 2.5 tons. The projectiles accurately hit the target set in water 600 kilometers off the east coast of Korea, the report said, adding that the test was overseen by Ri Kong-chol, a member of the political bureau of North Korea's ruling Workers' Party. When you had Donald T in office, he made a whole trip over there to North Korea, all right, and met forgot this guy's name. Met the leader Kim Jong Un, and they was chilling, you know. But now that Donald T is out of office, these other nations don't respect America, man. You know, it says the missiles were reportedly fired from North Korea's South Hamgyong province and flew some 450 kilometers before plunging into the Sea of Japan, according to the earlier estimates by the South Korean military. And that's disrespectful. Because it landed, in Japan, and Japan is a ally of America. You know, it says the Thursday launch came just 4 days after North Korea fired two short-range missiles into the Yellow Sea between the Korean Peninsula and China. It said while cruise missile launches are not explicitly banned under the scope of the UN resolution on North Korea, testing of ballistic missiles is prohibited. Shortly after Pyongyang confirmed the new launch, Washington condemned the reclusive nation's increased rocket activity, denouncing the test as destabilizing. These launches violated multiple UN Security Council resolutions and threatened the region and the broader international community. A spokesman for the U.S. State Department stated, you know, these nations could care less about, the UN. All right, these nations are strengthening their borders. they they expanding, and mainly they building up their missile systems, man. Because that's according to prophecy. Okay, the Most High is pretty much putting it into these nations to build up their armories, man. Okay, all right, and to the other articles, it says Biden's long-awaited press conference hints America should get ready for President Kamala Harris sooner rather than later. This was the whole rumor, the conspiracy before Biden even took office. Is that they were doing all this shit, just to put the goddamn woman, what I'm saying, in control of Babylon, man. You know, and it makes a lot of sense. All right, with all this damn feminism being pushed, you know, all this women's right liberation bullshit is BS. You know, Nobody is surprised that they're trying to get, this whore into office, man, because best believe, this woman is a whore, through multiple accounts and men giving their testimony in politics, you know, they came out straight up and said this woman is straight up, a harlot, man, and now she out here um being propped up as vice president and soon to be, what I'm saying, we'll see what happens to be president, man, you know, which the scriptures say that the Babylon is a mother of harlots, man. So this ain't no surprise, you know. They say, well, and imagine how the damn black woman gonna act with the day that shit happens, man. Okay, they gonna have a damn holiday. They could care less if that bitch is a Israelite or not. All right, it's just that imagery, man. They say, well, now we know why Democratic strategists were more than happy to let Joe Biden sit in his basement during the campaign and kept him away from the press for the first 64 days in office, and it's definitely not the coronavirus. It says Biden was almost 15 minutes late to his own very first formal press conference since taking office. He dodged questions, spouted platitudes and talking points, went off on tangents at times while getting angry and uttering what may have sounded like threats at others. That nigga loves a threat. That Joe Biden is a wicked individual, man. Okay? That's a wicked ass Edomite, man. It's and he's proud, for him to be so incoherent and always in the damn clouds, head always in the clouds. This guy be saying some some bold shit, you know, as if he can back it up. He can't even walk his ass up the up the Air Force One plane, man. All right, but this shit is all a damn tactic, you know. They say no doubt some of that could be down to his advanced age, but let's assume, for lack of another explanation, that the words were indeed his and that he truly meant what he said. And oh brother, is the U.S. in trouble? Oh yes, it is. Babylon is in trouble. Okay, and the Most High is having us see this, and this is a beautiful thing, man. Watching the fall of this place. Okay, divisions everywhere. You know, Satan divided against Satan. Okay, got this left-right paradigm. Got this suppressing of the truth. Biden planning to come in and take your damn guns away. Okay, this is just bye bye Miss American Pie. All right. It say in Thursday's presser, Biden actually repeated twice the previous day's talking points, down to the description of someone sitting at the kitchen table in Central America about why tens of thousands of immigrants are coming to the U.S. He knows why better than they do. Never mind that the tide began the day he was announced winner of the 2020 election, or the migrants who literally told reporters they decided to come because Biden got elected, or wear T-shirts with his campaign logo on the front and the word "Please let us in." You know, so they putting his feet to the fire over his bold stance. Okay, they say nope, you're supposed to ignore your lying eyes and believe Uncle Joe because his great grandfather had no choice but to leave Ireland in a coffin ship. But what are you, a lying dog-faced pony soldier? Come on, man. This sort of emotionally manipulative imagery is nothing new for Biden. He did it in a pandemic speech earlier this month, as well as his inaugural at his convention address. The press keeps falling for it though every single time. Right? This nigga try to look into this guy Joe Biden, the damn devil. You know what I'm saying? Esau try to look into the camera and relate to the people. You know, some of you some of you sitting at the dinner table right now, you got somebody missing at the table, because they had the convict, and that shit worked for Jake, man. That shit worked for Jake. Okay. When they weren't asking about the migrant surging into the U.S. because Uncle Joe is just so gosh darn moral and decent. Actual quote. The press was asking him why won't he commit to eliminating the Senate filibuster, basically the only thing standing in the way of Democrats finishing the process of turning the American Republic into our democracy. Biden was a bit dodgier here since he supported the filibuster in the Senate, and the Democrats used it throughout the Trump years to block anything he wanted to pass. So he wouldn't commit to anything, even while he agreed with a CNN reporter that the filibuster was racist and promoted to keep an open mind about things that are elemental to our democracy. And I'm trying to get to the Kamala Harris part. The character from the prolific fantasy author Brandon Sanderson Doorstopper saga, the Stormlight Archive, had made a bargain with the supernatural power to save humanity, he said. As a result, he wakes up feeling different every morning, either a genius or a barely functioning idiot, with his sense of compassion inversely proportional to his intelligence. As with every analogy, this one isn't perfect, but after Thursday, President Kamala Harris looks like something that will happen sooner rather than later. Okay, and I got one more article, just going into um, the fall of Babylon, man. Okay, because another part is that the morality of the U.S. military is low as hell, man. Okay, and it just got even lower. All right, this is Wayne Dupree. Your disgraceful contempt for America's military is plain to see, Kamala Harris. We won't forget this non-salute. It said Wayne Dupree was invited to the White House to talk to President Trump on messaging to the black community. He was named in Newsmax top 50 influential African American Republicans in 2017, and in 2016 served as a board member of the National Diversity Coalition for Donald Trump. Also say he served in the Air Force for 8 years. Says every VP of this country that I've ever known has saluted the military guard who routinely looked after them as they board Air Force Two. Until today, Kamala Harris has just let slip her disdain for our armed forces. On Monday night, America's first female and black VP chose to ignore the salute given to her as she boarded her official aircraft, thus causing a major backlash from those on the political right. Harris' president breaking in action was in stark contrast to her immediate predecessors, former Vice President Mike Pence and her now boss Joe Biden, each of whom regularly saluted the honor guard in the same situation. But hey, what does it matter? She's a woman. She can do whatever the hell she want to do. All right, screw tradition. All right, screw the world that that men built. You know what I'm saying? Through their muscle and they blood and they sweat. You know, she's gonna waltz her ass up in there and do whatever the hell she want to do. Okay? It says, I suppose it's no more than we should have expected. The Democratic Party hates the military and will soon go after them because they threaten their socialist agenda. Politicians like Harris know the U.S. armed forces will not stand for them taking away the people's freedoms and rights. Why do you think there are so many military veterans on the so-called domestic terrorist list? You know, and they're gonna deal with all of those old veterans and all of that stuff, man. You six pack crackers, man. You really think that this devil is dealing with you, man? All right. Well, you starting to see now. You starting to see that this devil don't give a damn about you people, man. All right. He don't care about anybody but himself. Okay. At first, Esau, the elite of Esau, they'll cut for Edomites, man. During the time of slavery, you know, and even the time, after that, man, when Jake was coming up, during Black Wall Street and all that, Esau was for you, man. You know, but now they putting the clamp down on everybody. Okay, like you Edomites are losing your damn mind. All right, now you talking shit about the police. You know, at first you was making fun of Jake because Jake was getting roughed up. Now your ass getting roughed up. Okay, This is Joel chapter 3 and verse 10. Beat your Salakia. Proclaim thee. I'm gonna start at 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Okay, and this is gonna take place in the Middle East, man. All right, in the land of Yahweh Shaphat. All right, which is Yahweh's judgment. Okay, Yahweh's decision. Okay, everybody's gonna be out to get America, man. Okay, total, world war. All right, they say beat your plowshares and the swords, and your pruning hooks and the spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Okay, so take your resources that you usually use for agriculture, you know, and invest all your money into weaponry, man. Okay, into these ICBM missiles. All right, and that's why you have North Korea continuing to test these missiles, man. All right, continuing to build, more and more of their armory, man, so they can go to war with this devil, you know. And the Most High is controlling the strings to all of this. All right, they say, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. So the Most High is using these heathen, man, these heathen nations. Okay, even gonna use, Russia, man, which the Russians are Edomites. Okay, gonna use them to shoot on this devil, man. All right, and even your nations are gonna turn on you, man. All right, all the EU nations. All right, they gonna turn on your ass, man. England, France, Germany. Okay, they gonna turn on Babylon, man, because everybody tired of your ass. Okay, it says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause our mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. And ain't that cold, man? The Most High Power is going to judge all the heathen, you know, all at once, man, through a blast of fire, as the scriptures say, man. All right, so Yahweh Shai gonna come down on that chariot and wreck shop on all these armies and all these heathen nations, man. Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 1, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. But thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate, because America is being known as being, tender and delicate, man. This place has never been penetrated with war. Never had no drone strikes and shit out here in America. You know, but this place is gonna be penetrated, man. All right, by those thermonuclear missiles, this place is gonna be made to dust, man. All right, and pitched, as the scriptures say. This is Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 29. Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she hath done, do unto her. For she has been proud against the Lord. And oh boy, ain't Babylon been proud against the Lord? You know, demonizing the men of the Lord that go out on the highways and byways. Putting up Cedric Borgia to be Yahweh Shah. You know, so Esau, you got it coming, man. All right, America, you have it coming. Okay. It says, for she had been proud against the Lord Yahweh, against the Holy One of Israel. Okay. And I pray that this will edify and call all Yahweh Shem Yahshua, Bashem Rakah Kodash. Don't want to the apostles and elders of the great millstone, and peace that takes that I can do his work in true sincerity in the four corners of the earth. Shalom.